Hello, world. Welcome back to the channel. Well, as you know, it was the second fight between Robson Conceicao and, of course, Oshaki Foster. Guys, I had to tell you that I sat back and I really was very, very intrigued leading up to this fight. Me personally, I actually thought that Oshaki Foster won the first fight. Hands down, I actually thought it was much wider margin than what it was the last fight. However, going into this fight, I gotta say it was totally different. Even though I do believe that Oshaki Foster won this fight as well, but I did score it 115, 113. Think they had it right. It could have gone either way. There was a couple swing rounds where I was like, I don't know, but there's something from to me, right? Um, I think this is like the first fight in three fights that Oshaki Foster hasn't come to the ring with a knee brace on. Not sure what the injury was to his knee, but I want to say that his past few performances it may have affected him. I'm not sure, but I can definitely check on that. I did notice he didn't have the brace on this time, so I was actually looking for a much better performance. I actually wanted a shutout fight, but when I look at Robson Conceicao, he's not a bad fighter at all. He's one of those tall, lanky for that weight class. He's one of those tall, lanky guys with long arms. He can keep you at bay. Things I did notice is that he don't like pressure. He don't like being backed up, and I think that's something that Ashanique Foster, Oshaki Foster, could have definitely implemented into the game plan this go round. I know he backed him up a couple of times. Both guys was trading shots. Both guys was going to the body early. Ashanique Foster caught Robson Conceicao in the 10th round. He hurt him, but like Shaki said, that he knew he was a veteran. He's been around a long time in this game, so he knew how to survive. You also heard Oshaki and his team say something towards those same type of words in the ring, um, in the middle of the round as well. So he's trying to survive. But I do believe that Oshaki Foster is better. What he is better than what he's been shown in his last couple of fights. But then again, you got to give a lot of credit to Upside Casasio. He's fought guys, and where we see him in competitive fights, Oscar Navarrete, Oscar Valdez Navarrete. So we've seen him in some competitive fights. Um, and we've seen him be outclassed as well. I think this was one of those fights where, maybe Upside Casasio or Robson Conceicao just has Oshaki Foster number when it comes to, you know, not beating him, but just keeping it competitive. There's certain styles in boxing that do keep it, competitive, and do keep you, um, at bay at force, implementing your game plan and walking these guys down, touching them up and real good and things of that nature. But Oshaki Foster had some bright moments in the fight. Rob Sakasese also had some bright moments in the fight as well, But I also believe that he did pull this out. Speaking of Oshaki Foster, 115, 113. So he got a split decision. Um, win, split decision victory. So he's now two-time world champion. I know there's a couple guys that he did mention who would be next, and he's looking for the the Navarrete. I think it's Oscar Valdez Navarrete fight. So he's looking to get right back in the mix of things. But um, Oshaki Foster has to get back to when I seen him win his world title fight. That's one of the best performances I've seen Oshaki Foster in when he's won his world title. And of course, it was a fight last year, I believe it was. I forget who it was against, but he fought in not Puerto Rico, but he fought in Mexico. And he had a late stoppage. If I can see that Oshaki Foster with the late stoppage, I believe that he can beat anybody in that weight class that he's currently in right now. He just have to, bite down and have more grit. But he is two-time former world champion, and I do believe that he will um, get better. Right? He definitely will get better, and of course, he's fighting the top competition now. So this is where he's at. But if you've seen Oshaki Foster in public or in person, you knows that he's a pretty stout guy. So I know he can get up there and weight. I heard this time he had a pretty good weight cut as for his last time he fought Robson Conceicao. So yeah, I thought it was a good overall fight. Other than that, Robson Conceicao holding just a little bit too much, referee not really giving a warning. But I do feel that Oshaki Foster has to get a little bit more fiscal when he has, when he's inside, hands go a little bit more. Um, but this was a chess match for Oshaki Foster. And again, I believe that Robson Conceicao just has Oshaki Foster number as, for us keeping the fight competitive and keeping Oshaki Foster on his toes, and things of that nature. So, but guys, you let me know what you think in the comment section below. We do have a two-time former world champion. He goes by the name Oshaki Foster. With that being said, I'm out. Love, peace, happiness, and hello, world.